Good afternoon everyone, it's Rachel here and we are doing Roxy's weekly challenge. So we're going to continue down the mark making path. What I've done is, and I did it pre-video, was make a, what do you call it, masterboard, just with the blue papers, and I've just kept it all in neutrals because I had a lot of scrap, so good scrap busting project. Let me just see if you're on screen, I want to say. I'm very tired, I wake up very early, as you know, I'm jet lagged. So yeah, so my thought was, I think in the last week's video, I did pre-record it about a month ago, but I think I had done the masterboard and then taken the bits and pieces of mark making and we had included them in our collaging. What I wanted to do this time was have the masterboard ready to go, and then do my mark making on here and then cut it up and see what we get. So I'm going to use acrylics, watered down acrylics this time. I think last time I used watercolors. I do have some digitals and original papers as well, so it's a mix, and I guess we'll just get cracking. Let me just see. These are just Stamperia, sort of crafty sort of watercolor. What do you call them? Acrylics. I may be a bit funny speaking because I'm tired. So I like to mix them. I've got a white here. Is that new? I bought them when they were shutting it all down around the corner. They probably don't have anything left now. Just got to give it a good shake. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. We are well. I'm just very tired, clearly. Ooh, that's very thick. Sometimes I like to even just use a cream or a beige to lighten my colors, but I didn't have any here. I'm just going to put a few colors out. And I'm going to have some of this one. Sometimes I like to lighten it with this sort of color. I don't know, can you see? Oh, yes you can. Okay, no fun if you can't see the paints. Oy. So better late than never. And we might have a, oops, oh, I need them to stay on their tops so that way I can use them. Okay, and we're going to put a green out. Isn't that a nice color palette? Oh, and I might put a little bit of mustard. I love mustard. Give it a little shake. Oh, and I've got some mark making tools as well, just in case we want to do mark making. Okay, have this to wipe my brush off, and here we go. I'll use that one. Now what will I do? I won't use any of these as a pure color. I know you're not supposed to put lots of water in your acrylic, but I do. I'm not painting a masterpiece or anything like that. Got way too much paint on there, so we'll just twirl it off. Okay, what color do I have here? It's a nice color. I think I might like it a little bit darker. Too thick and not flowing. Now I generally don't find that I have issues with the digitals. I've got to warm up a little bit. Oh, that's better. Oops. So to get paint off my brush, I just twirl it. Whoops, too thick, does it? I don't worry about it because we may, you know, I might use it once I've cut up. And that's a terrible, shocking mess. But, you know, it may get covered. We don't know. Shocker. I'm not going to do it everywhere. I'm just going to... So normally I do an all over pattern, but I don't think I will this time. You won't be able to see because I'm a lefty, but when I take it off, you'll be able to see my hand off. So ideally, you don't want to lift your brush off. This is an awkward angle. So normally I'd turn my page around so it's okay, but this is a really big long thing and I don't want to cut it off because I want to see what happens when I cut it up. I'm not getting the best shapes here. I probably should get a different brush. But as an overall thing, I'll probably like it. So because I'm left-handed too, I'm starting on the right-hand side of my piece. So that way I don't get my hand in it. I could at this point get my hand in it, but see, nothing's happening. They're all digital, those. Nothing's happening to them. Okay, I think that's all for that one right now. Okay, then I can come along a bit and I can just do little bits of mark making like this in a few rows, and I might even have it change colour slightly. And I just do that by adding another colour into it. Who knows, I've never done this before, so this type of thing. We don't know how it's going to turn out. I'm going to take a bit of that one. How nice is that? Love that. I don't know what it's looking like to you guys, but I'm quite liking it. Now we probably won't get it all done, the whole thing, but what else would I like to do? There's a different colour. My mind has gone blank. I think what I might do too is, well, I think I might change clean your brush off on your paper. Give it a twirl, and I think I want to use this one. And I'm going to do some sampling over here, I think. And then I'm going to go, what colour will I grab? Maybe some green. Pretty much the same as the other one. I think some of these colours are actually drying out. Oh, I like that colour. Oh, let's do some more with that. I think this is going to be fun. And don't forget, it's going to be cut up, so everything will be, you won't see it as a whole sort of thing is what I'm trying to say. Love that colour. Actually, I could do a bit of swooshing as well. Why don't we do that? Okay. Okay. Gone quiet. I think that white is very dry. I just didn't have the energy to do it yesterday. So I'll work on a section, and then we may simply trim it. Oh, look at that colour. And then see what happens. I'm just resting on my little finger so that I can not put my hand down in the painted bits. And we could even have it go into a different colour. Doesn't matter that it's crooked, I've got my finger in the paint. Okay, let's move it along a little bit. Oh, this is a bit of fun, really. Some bits will look a bit like a dog's breakfast, but that doesn't matter because then we might add a flower or a bird or do a bit of collaging. So some of it will be covered up. You can see I'm just playing with one sort of colorway here. Well, a limited range of colors, I should say. Okay, and what I wanted to do was have a little look. This is the ideas book, remember? And there's always lots of fun things to look at. You can come in and doodle over. I want to do, oh, I know, we'll do some of those. Where are they? Down here. Oh, let's do this. So this is just one of those little, I think it's like a stencil sort of sponge. I want a different colour. Let's do this raspberry sort of colour. And I'll put in a little bit of this white. That was meant to just be holding it down. Yellow in it. It could be that I end up hating it, you know. We don't know. We don't know how it's going to turn out. Not enough water. If it's not flowing, add some more water. Not terrible. Really need to warm up. I think too what's making it awkward is not being able to I usually turn my paper around. Okay. Now, I wanted to get this. I want to really, I'm filling it in quite a lot. I probably don't want to fill it in quite that much. Oh, I love this. This is wonderful. I'm really liking this one. Because these are already tags or journal cards, so I could do that forever. Let's just come over here and clean it off. I'll just twirl it around. I'll wash that afterwards. And then down here I'm not going to use any of my rolly sort of things or anything like that, but I wanted, well, I could. These ones, remember I made these with the foam? I could do that on one. Okay. Oh, this is really cool. This is one of those, I think it's a dryer ball. And just put it in your paint like this and then roll it on your page. Oh, I've got more on my fingers than on the thing. It's okay. And I wanted, it's here, I've just got to find it. Not that one. I saw them here. Where is it? I keep everything in a box. I saw them. There it is. I wanted this. This is my favorite. This is a wine top. I have a whole lot of them somewhere. I don't know where I put them. Let's do, over here we need a bit more blue. Look at that. So in the end I've decided I'm filling it all in. Seems a bit crazy. So I think I'll come over here, slide it along, and just have these in the background. I think these are some of my most favorite marks. Let's get some of that color. I don't even care if it's blobby like that. Then of course I can use the other end and get circles. So let's just, I spin that around on there. And then here, let's give it a go. That's it. So then these pieces end up being perfect for as backgrounds. You can even have them come in like that. Okay. I've got paint all over my fingers. So I need to let those dry because I can't cut it while it's wet. I wanted to cut it blind. So I may have to go and get the what's it called? The hairdryer. And I've got to move the paint off camera. I love the twirliness of that. One of my favorite tools is this one and the wine top. And then I can come in I definitely need to use these more often, these paints, because they are starting to become very gluggy and dry up. So very limited in the mark making patterns that I'm doing, but you don't need that many, just a few. Create a background, something different to the norm. Notches are some of my favorite things to do. Change directions. You do start to warm up a little bit, and then it just does start to happen a little bit easier. It's sort of trying to decide, what do I want to do? Okay, we have a little bit more to do. I think I need to do some more swooshing in the background. Maybe not with this colour. It's all still very wet. So you could do it tone on tone a bit like this, and it just sort of blends in a little bit. I didn't twirl. You get big, thick, chunky bits if you don't twirl. Just going to do a little bit of a pattern here. So I'm creating my own decorative paper. This might be my preferred way, and those marks there, than the hot mess that I did in the beginning, but I'm hoping that when I cut it up, it'll be fine. There we go. I think that's enough. Or maybe we'll have another one up here. I like the tone on tone. I feel like it sort of blends in. We might just do a little one. Like that. Okay. I'm holding on to this because I don't have any room for it to flop down. Now, what else do we have here? We could do, oh, what about if we did a little bit of this? Okay, what about up here? So if I just fold that back, I can't wait to cut this up. You see here, I think we need a bit more of this. We're at the end of it. I might as well finish. I'm going to just dip that in the water and just get this flowing a little bit better. That's better. Oh, I like these colours. Okay. That's that. Right. And then greeny turquoisey sort of colour, and I'm just going to do a few little marks. I don't know if you can see if I'm on screen, could be. I might even just go right over that. I just like the colour combination, which is why I'm doing it. Okay, I think that'll do, maybe a little bit in here. Okay, I think, well, no, I might like a little bit over here, just a minute. Maybe different colour. Okay, anything else? I think that's it. Well, what about a little bit over here? Okay, so I'm just going to plop this over here for a second. It's very long to dry, and what we're going to do is do some swooshing over here to use up our colours. This is how I get my, and it usually ends up being the coolest piece of paper to use, because you get all these. I could get a bigger brush. Why don't I do that? Let's get some basic coverage. On my piece, and then when it dries, I just come in and add more and more and more. You just get all these layers. So just using up the colour. And I don't worry about what it looks like, because you just rip it up and use it. I'll do 3 rows of that. Change the colour a little bit. Leave that there. It's just a collage paper to rip up. Don't worry, it looks like a hot mess, that's okay. Right, now what else do I have? I've got some pink here. here that I like to use. They're too big. That one's a bit bent. Let's see how I go with this one. So at least you don't sort of waste your colours if you've got too many on your little paper palette or whatever palette you use. And I just slowly keep building up the layers here. What else do we have? Oh, we've got this colour. Oh, that's all starting to become all a bit the same. I can guarantee you though, when you start to rip them up, they're pretty cool. How are we going over there? Has that dried yet? Okay, that's enough mess on there for a minute. I'm going to put that over there. I will work on that again next time I paint. That will dry and I'll be back on top of it again. Now let's have a look at our chart, our chart, you know, our thing. I'm just going to put that in there. I'm going to move this right out of the way. Put that up there. So I've got very limited space here. That needs to go down there. That needs to be washed. Let's move them over there. Okay. Are we dry enough? Well, let's just go and blot. Just so that I can cut. Okay, that's all good. Right, now what we're going to do is grab the cutter, flip this around upside down, and we are going to cut away. See what we get. Am I even recording? Because that would be a disaster. Yes, I am. I'd like to slide in the other way, but it's all a bit difficult. Right, so let's do a 3-inch wide. We're not looking at anything until it's all cut. I'll do a few tags like that. Then we're going to do a journal card. Oh, perfect, that's on that line. Let's do that. We'll do another one. I might go all the way to there. And then I'm going to cut do a 4. You can see very quickly you cut it up. Another tag. Another one. That's looking like a good size journal card on the line there. Tag and 2 more. Okay, let's see what we got. And then the week after, well, maybe on what's in my box on Tuesday, we can oh, look at this, decorate them. See, then I can come in with, what do I have here? See, that would be really pretty on there. Do I have anything cut out? Just that little one, that's too small. Anyway, I can come in and embellish them, do things. I didn't want to cut anything out right now. Yep, so anyway, we'll play with those on Tuesday. I'll put them in my to-do drawer. But let's just have a look what we got. So these are journal card bases. Is that one? Love that one. Love that. Oh, that's a favorite. Love those color. Oh, look at that one. Super fun. Oh, they're getting better. Better and better. That one. Oh, like that one. Ooh, that one is fabulous. And then that one. Cool. So that is my video for today. I did the collage, neutral sort of background, and then I've done mark making all the way across, and I can use them as a base to create journal cards, pockets and tags. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you again soon. Bye.